bump way, not fun. Boy, I got a bump fun. Open up the rhyme book and read the composition. I can truly give about the competition. I'm in another atmosphere, I'm on another mission. Yeah, you know that way logic, put pen to page like a petition. You always switching up your whole position. I can see it in your face like an esthetician. Food for thought, it's the highest caliber nutrition. Everything come out my mouth, that's my own cognition. I got out the hood, then got money in addition. I remember.
It's the opening round of the NFL playoffs, and EA Sports continues its coverage of Super Wild Card Weekend. It's the Chargers and the Colts, and it's all up next. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League finds us in the Hoosier State at Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Right ahead, the NFL playoffs begin here on this Saturday afternoon. It's the Los Angeles Chargers and the Indianapolis Colts. Playoff football has arrived. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, partner, best time of the year. It starts with Super Wild Card Weekend, 3 days, 6 games, and this matchup as good as any of them.
Yeah, and really, it's so funny, Mike. We watch these...
The playoffs have arrived. It is the start of Super Wild Card Weekend, and off we go here on this Saturday. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Colts offense going to take the field here for the first time. Led by their man at quarterback out of the University of Florida, it's Anthony Richardson.
I remember talking to him earlier this season, Mike, and he emphasized the importance of winning their division. That guarantees you host at least one playoff game. Well, that goal, that's been reached. Now, they have their sights set on something even bigger, but to accomplish that, they're going to have to take advantage of this opportunity right here in front of them. That starts by doing whatever it takes over these next couple hours to extend their season by one more week.
Oh, no, right at the start, he loses the football. The Chargers have it. Well, the ball comes out, and the scramble for it ends up becoming a turnover, and the offense walks off the field disappointed with that fumble.
Mike, when you look at a stat sheet at the end of the game and you want to determine which team wins and which team loses, at the top of the list is ball security. Which team does a better job protecting it, and which team does a better job taking it away.
So here come the Chargers, the offense getting set to come out, led by their quarterback, the 6th
Qui sur mon live là? Présentez hein.
It's Justin Herbert.
Getting your team to the playoffs, Mike, that's a massive accomplishment for any quarterback. But if he wants to take them on a deep run, can he find the balance of playing mistake-free football while also maintaining that aggressive approach that has gotten them here in the first place? It's certainly not going to be easy. This place is going to be rocking, and their opponents, they have championship aspirations of their own. But as long as he doesn't let the moment get too big for him, his team's going to have a shot to move on to next week.
And the Chargers are going to have a first and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now Herbert on the bootleg. That's to the end zone. Jim Harbaugh unhappy with the officials, didn't like that call, and he throws the challenge flag.
Oh, wesh. C'est touchdown ça.
Lad McConkey, the one he was looking for.
Eh oui.
After review of the play, ruling on the field is reversed. So that challenge, a successful one. An extra point attempt to follow. He's got it. And the Chargers will jump out to a 7-0 lead here on Super Wild Card Weekend. $7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Now return coming from the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now it's Richardson. He'll keep it, and he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here is the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
Off the zone read, this is Richardson. And a good tackle out wide will hold him to a gain of just 3. 3rd down, 3 to go. Here's Richardson. He's got a man. That's Tony. His first catch of the wild card game. And good for a 1st down. That's good for a Colts. On the ground for the first time. Here comes Jonathan Taylor. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage. And that is it. Now we're going to get a stoppage. We have an injured Charger. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun. Richardson. That's complete. Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
On 4th down, here's Blake Gillikin to punt. On the return for the Chargers, it's Darius Davis. And he'll give his guys a little bit more room to work with as he's able to get forward out beyond the 10-yard line. Throwing on 1st down is Herbert. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And he's going to get this up to the 22-yard line. Now Kamara. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2. Play action now. It's Herbert. That's downfield, and he's got Andrews, his tight end. And he's going to be taken down inside the 40-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. On the give, this is Kamara. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. They're going to go right back to Kamara. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
On 1st down, they'll stay with Kamara on the ground. And he's going to be taken down.
You hear teams talk about it all the time, Mike. Let's win at the point of attack. And boy, this team here early in the 1st quarter, they've done just that.
Now This looks like a design run, and nothing develops there. It'll stay right at the 5-yard line. No gain on that one. Now, here's 2nd and goal. Throwing, Herbert. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Now, following that sack, we have a player who was injured. Good drive now faces a tough conversion. It is 3rd and long. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
You can just see the reaction on the sideline. This defense thought they had themselves a critical stop. The mantra down here for all defensive coordinators, Mike, is takeaways, field goals. That's what you're trying to do, and man, they were this close to coming away with a huge takeaway.
So the lead is now 10-0 as this kicks away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Colts offense back onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll start with Taylor. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. From the gun, Richardson. He's going to tuck it and go. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Well, sometimes as a quarterback, when you decide to pick up those yards with your feet, you got to pay a price. And in this case, he takes a big shot, but not before he's able to pick up that 1st down.
He'll take off again.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll go play action. It's Richardson. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. The Chargers have it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step 1. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Kamara. What a run. He brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line.
Explosive plays. Teams understand just how valuable they are in regards to the ability to score points. Typically, they come through the air, Mike. In this case, they got it on the ground. Now they find themselves inside the red zone. The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route. And then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
Herbert looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision. They'll run for it. It's Kamara. And he's going to have the Chargers 1st down as he pushes forward for a couple on 4th and inches. Now, Herbert. That is caught, and he'll take it on in. Glad McConkey. Touchdown, L.A. Extra point attempt still to come. It's up and good. And the Chargers move further out in front. It is now 17-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 10. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense heading back for their next possession. They trail this one 17-0 now. Really need to find some inspiration, some momentum on this drive as they'll begin here with first down. Off he goes, carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. The Chargers have it. The quarterback was on the move, starting to gain some yards, but then he lost the ball. And the fumble's recovered by the defense.
And early on, Mike, it was actually a really good job by the quarterback, extending that play, getting some positive yards with his legs, but he decided not to slide and give himself up. He takes that hit, loses the ball, and now the defense takes over.
The Chargers offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. On first down, Herbert. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. Evan Byard, the veteran who's broken up a few passes in his day, gets to that one. Try again. It's second and 10. A give up the middle with Kamara. And he'll take it down inside the 20. A run into the red zone. A pickup of 6. Here's a third down and 4. Now Herbert. Here's a screen coming for Kamara. And the Chargers are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And this offense just continues to roll now, and defensively, they need to stop. They cannot let this lead get any larger. They've got to hold them to 3 if they're going to have any chance of finding themselves back in this game.
That's going to be pulled in by Kamara. And he'll lose yardage here. The defense standing strong in the red zone. They drop him back at the 10. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews. And he's in. Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The extra point by Romo is good. And the Chargers are able to extend out to a 24-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Going to return this from the 10. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Colts offense ready to go as we give you a look at the current playoff race. On first and 10, here's Richardson. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
It's a loss of 8. Brings up second and 18 at the 17-yard line.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Richardson will give it to Taylor. Maybe a couple there. It's third down.
Elle a dit quoi?
Richardson to throw. And that is incomplete. Anthony Gould was the intended target. And that's going to lead to a fourth down.
Bah ouais, mais si tu lâches l'affaire, justement. Si tu lâches l'affaire, il va rien faire. Il va être là en mode...
The Chargers offense and veteran Alvin Kamara set to take over once more. They've opened up a big lead already. Trying to put this one to bed maybe before halftime. Another drive starts here with first and 10. From the gun, it's Herbert. Pressure gets there, and down he goes. Pistol here for Herbert. Under pressure, he's going to go down again. They sacked him for a second consecutive time. Quitting Hay bursting through to bring him down. On 3rd and long, it's Herbert. That is caught downfield. It's Shaheed. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. They'll try to run. And he's going to have the Chargers 1st down. And he'll get it by plenty. It's a gain of 8 on 4th and 1.
An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Los Angeles.
Shotgun now for Herbert. Toward the outside, he's got Andrews down the field. And he's in. Mark Andrews. Touchdown, L.A. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
The extra point by Romo is good. And the Chargers move out even further ahead. It is now 31-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Here's the Indianapolis offense. Now as they get set to take over once more, they'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. 1st down now.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hands, and results in a completion.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. He keeps it himself. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. Here's Richardson. And he does a nice job to avoid the initial wave. They're going to get him down behind the line. 3rd and 6. Richardson going to look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts. Here's Blake Gillikin now as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. Davis to return it. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Chargers offense going to take over here in the last minute of this 1st half. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Now a timeout Chargers here. That's their 2nd as the clock stops. 50 seconds to play until halftime. On 1st and 10, here's Herbert. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. What do the coaches say? Just play the next play. And that's exactly what they did.
3rd and long. A run here with Kamara. The Colts will signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And they stop it with 19 seconds to go in this opening half. On the return is Gould. And that's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. So we are at halftime. And no rest for the weary. Let's get right back to it. Quarter number 3 set to begin. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Justin Herbert back out there. He and the Chargers getting set to go once more. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Here's Kamara. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll go again here with Kamara. And he's going to get the first down. A pass.
Ouais, si tu donnes le code en... Ah, je crois que j'ai oublié de te dire ça.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Fake the handoff. Now Herbert. This is incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down. Let's see what this call is. The task now, a really tough one. 3rd and very long. He'll air one out for Palmer. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Richardson operating from the pistol. Finding the open man, that's Pittman. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. On 2nd down, here's a run with Taylor. And he'll get the first down there. A pickup of about 5 yards.
That's good for our Colts.
On 1st down, they'll stay with Taylor on the ground. It'll take this down to the 43. A short pickup there. Looks like we have an injured Colt on that play. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Richardson. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
From the gun on 3rd down, Richardson. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down. Matt Gay coming on for this field goal try. Spotted at the 45. This is a 55-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. Everything's going wrong. Unable to cut into this big deficit.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive. This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
And he's going to have a first down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line.
Non, je connais, hein, ça va arriver.
Throwing now is Herbert.
Exactement. En mode tourista.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently. Not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice run so far.
Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end Mark Andrews that time. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Herbert to throw. And that is incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
This one not going to get there. From distance, it is no good. And they are not able to add on to their big lead. Off the zone read, this is Richardson. And he is out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Out of shotgun, Richardson. There he goes again. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
The pressure will get to him. He goes down. There is a flag down in the backfield, usually the spot that tells us hold it. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Now Richardson. He'll try to run for it.
You have to admire when quarterbacks are willing to put their head down and fight for some extra yardage, Mike. But sometimes the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Get down, protect yourself, live to play another snap.
His kick is good. And the Colts will cut into that lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take over once more. They've definitely outplayed their opponents to this point in the 3rd quarter. They might be looking to grind out some first downs and chew up some valuable time on the clock.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
And he's going to get the first down. He is up past the 35-yard line. Now it's Herbert. Finding the tight end. Here's Will Dissly. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here in this. Throwing, Herbert. That's downfield, and he's got Andrews, his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. Now Kamara. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that. Play action now. It's Herbert. That is brought in at the 10. And he'll be taken down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, his defense
under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. All the way back at the 14 now. Second down and goal. Now Herbert. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete. They'll use 3 tight ends in the formation for third and goal. Now Herbert on the bootleg. He'll try and get there on the ground. Great job by this defense. Nowhere near the end zone as we get to fourth and goal. Romo's kick is good. And the Chargers add on to their lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Colts offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. From the gun, Richardson. For the sideline, taken in by Pittman. Give him 14 on that play. 1 first down. Here's Richardson. Quick throw, taken in. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense get a little lackadaisical.
And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Throwing is Richardson. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. 3rd and long.
It's now 3rd down.
Richardson to throw. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Going to leave the offense out there for 4th and long. To throw, it's Richardson. He's going to take a shot down the field. That is caught. What a throw. Anthony Gould. Touchdown Colts. Matt Gay on for the extra point. The kick is good, but there are Penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. Down 3 scores, and it's late. They're going to need a few bounces to go their way. They'll start right here trying to get an onside kick.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the 4th quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
On first down, they'll start out with Kamara. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Even with the lead, they're trying to press the tempo. On play action, it's Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. On play action now, Herbert. And this one is picked off. It's Juju Brents. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Now Richardson. He's going to keep it himself. Richardson going to hit the deck here, but not before he picks up a first down.
That's good for a Colts.
Zone read, it's a give to Taylor. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Richardson. Looking middle of the field, it's complete. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. So now, from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal. Here's Richardson. To the goal line and in. Anthony Gould. Touchdown, Indianapolis. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. Throwing, Richardson. That's going to wind up incomplete. They try for 2, and it does not pan out. So time here for the onside kick just in front of the 2-minute warning. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. They'll run on first down with Kamara. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Herbert. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. On first down, Herbert. Right back to Andrews. He's got another one. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. On the handoff, it's Kamara.
A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Third and 5. That's Palmer, the man in motion. Herbert going to try to throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction. I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
And this is going to end up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball up to the 40-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Richardson going to look to throw. Catch made. That's Woods. His first catch of the wild card game. And good for a first down.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's good for a Colts.
Looking to throw. Richardson. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here we go. One final play. He'll try a long ball looking for Tony. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete. And that will do it. This one comes to an end. So it's a win for the visiting Chargers as they are